Hi, Mika Doran. I'm gonna quick save because I don't trust it. Greetings, Sentient. You're the owner of the Van Hawk, yes? Or its latest owner, at least. I'm honored to meet you. I'm Mika Doran, manager of this establishment. Is there something you're needing, Sentient? The owner of the Ebon Hawk is always welcome in the Dresde Cantina. You know something about the Ebon Hawk? Only what I hear from rumors, Sentient. The Hawk has been a frequent visitor to Korriban in the past, although often with a different owner. In all fairness, I should tell you that many of the past owners were suspected of being smugglers, slavers, and pirates. It was even whispered that some worked for the exchange. But I always found the Hawk's owners to be excellent citizens of fine character. The kind of people I prefer to do business with, much better than the Sith at least. Anything interesting going on here? This cantina has been provided by the Zerka Corporation, and it is a quiet place. This is as I preferred. Elsewhere in Dredge Day, it is not always safe or quiet. Dredge Day is run as the Sith want. The Sith are not always present in dealings with others. If I had to say, I would prefer Day in their academy or not present here, but I do not. What do you know about the Sith Academy? The Sith built their academy here to train students. No shit. Many go to train here, though I do not know why. Most are not permitted to train and many die in their attempt to be admitted. Many of their students and sometimes the Sith themselves come to my cantina. Look around you, you will see them. I have little choice as to their presence. What can you tell me about the Sith's excavations? Very little. None of allowed in their ruins other than the Sith themselves, as I understand it. Surely there must be something going on there. I'm afraid not. The Sith have a passage that leads to their valley from within the monastery, but only they may use it. Do you know anything about a star map in Korriban? Could you be more specific, Sentient? What manner of star map do you seek? The very old kind. Perhaps the Sith's excavations involve something like it? Maybe possible, Sentient. The only other things I've ever heard of mentioning are in relation to the Sith and their Valley of the Dark Lords. What do you know about the Ebon Hawk? Only from what I came from rumors, Sentient. The Hawk has been a frequent visitor to Korriban in the past. Oh, right. In all fairness, I should tell blah. Blah. That's all for now. As you desire, Sentient. Okay, so now we still haven't met your Turaban. So let's continue on outside. Oh, and by the way, Sith code. We'll need it later. Peace is a lie, there is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. And through victory, my chains are broken. The Force shall set me free. Okay, yeah, that's very nerdy, but I love it. So shut up. Shut the fuck up! And over there is the Valley of the Dark Lords, down there, I think. Oh, this should be fun. These guys are gonna die. Mikkel, hi guys.
You'll get your turn soon enough, fool. And when you do, I will be there, laughing as you collapse from heat exhaustion and Mikkel's beatings.
Anything else? I just stand at attention. Please don't distract me, whoever you are. What are you doing? I'm trying to prove my worth to enter the Sith Academy here. We were told that if we stood here long enough, we would be worthy.
Seems like not much to do to be worthy of anything. How long you been up to it, boy?
We've been here for so many days. I'm so hungry. Some of us have died, but I must be strong. I must, and I will keep standing. Who put you up to this? Michael, he's the Sith, the one watching us from over there. He said this was how we would prove our worth. I must be strong. Michael will find me worthy soon, I hope. He will not.
Please, don't hurt me. I am too weak with hunger.
Okay, Michael.
Is there something specific you wanted?
Are you Michael?
And what if I am?
Why are you making those men stand there?
That is the whole point. Personally, I think it's wonderful fun.
Or did I say
those fools actually think that if they stand there long enough, I'll let them become a Sith? Idiots. Sith is not a bantha, all endurance and no brains. A Sith would fight for his life, no matter the odds. If these rot grubs are as stupid as they seem, then they deserve their fate.
So this isn't a real test for them?
Oh, it's a test, all right. It's a test to see if they're actually fool enough to die. If they don't, however, I certainly wouldn't admit them just for that accomplishment.
Oh, what a sweet guy. He should get the Sith Congeniality Medal.
Why not just shoot them where they stand? It would at least be more direct.
It is a bit boring standing out here all day, however. I think I'll go for some dinner. It will be fun to think of them while I gorge myself. They'll still be here in an hour or two, surely. I suggest you run along before I decide to make you part of the fun.
Goodbye. Hi.
Leave me be. I won't listen to your manipulations. I will make it into the academy. Just a few hours longer. Just a few hours, Shirley.
You were talking to Michael. I saw you. Where did he go? Did he tell you it was worthy? Michael is tricking you. He'll never let you into the academy. What? I've wasted all this time? How could I have been so foolish? I could have died. I'll find another way, I swear it. I'll show him. Thank you.
Leave, just...
Well, no. Do you have something to say?
Talk to Meckel. Have I proved my worth? Did he say anything?
Michael is tricking you. He'll never let you into the academy.
Oh, no. All this for nothing.
And you?
Leave me be. Just...
Okay, so he's gonna... Oh, he's died. So how light am I? Very light learner. Very lighter, I said. Okay, that actually kind of makes sense. Hi.
You are neither a Sith, nor do you bear the medallion of a student of this facility. Please, leave at once.
I'm Darth Revan. I was Lord of the Sith. Let me in.
I see. And who might your friends be?
It's obvious you don't believe me, but I really am Darth Revan.
On your way, citizen. You are neither a Sith...
How do I become a Sith then?
You must be admitted to the Academy. That decision must be made by a Sith who has already been accepted here. The final decision, however, remains with Master Yuthura. I believe she is currently at the cantina if you wish to seek her out. Now go. You are neither...
What's this medallion you mentioned?
It is the device given to one who has been accepted into the Academy, but has not yet proved their worth as a student. If one of the Sith decides you are worthy, you will be given one, which you must then take to Yuthura Ban, who I believe is in the cantina. It is she who decides which hopefuls enter the Academy.
You will let me inside. I've been told...
I have been conditioned to resist mental persuasion, citizen. Please, do not attempt that again.
Okay, fine.
On your way.
Well then, to Yuthura Ban we go. I hear she's been banned from the cantina. Huh? Good pun? Yeah, it was a good pun. Trash day. Oh, there she is, over there in the corner. Hi. You're not dressed as a Sith.
Is there something you need, Jedi? Make it good, for I have little patience.
So you know what I am.
You are far from the first Jedi who has come here after all, willing to abandon that decrepit order of yours.
Are you Yuthura Ban?
I am. Obviously, you have been told of me. Is it your desire, then, to train at the Academy? Do you wish to become a Sith human?
And what if I said I was already a Sith?
I would consider that an amusing ploy to try and enter the Academy. Why? Who will you claim to be? Darth Malak himself?
What about Darth Revan?
What about Revan? Revan is dead. You may have a natural gift for the Force, human, but you've no gift for lies.
A lot of the hopefuls here end up dead. That doesn't seem glorious.
We make no apologies for the weak. If you cannot clench your fist and know when the moment comes to strike, there is no place for you amongst us. Of those who come to train, those who are weak return home. If they are both weak and foolish, they die. But it was their choice to come.
And what about the Jedi?
Hidebound relics who burden themselves with tradition and with the protection of the weak and ungrateful. They are pitiful and misguided. Why would you take a gift as glorious as the Force and squander it? Weaken yourself deliberately and shackle yourself to outdated mores. Our gift has made us superior. It is our rightful place to rule. How can any deny that? Yet the Jedi do so, and call us evil because we do not.
You don't consider yourself evil.
Is the Sarkath beast who dominates his jungle evil? The Tukata who leaps on the Squellbug for the kill? These are things of nature, of the universe. We are no different from this. The Force is part of the universe, part of the same laws. We were gifted to set us above the rest. To deny nature is foolish.
And where does Darth Malak fit into all this?
You know the name. Malak is the strongest of us, and the strongest always rules. At least until one who is stronger can take it from him. That is our way. Survival of the fittest. You are always on guard, always lean for the kill. We promote it, for through this, the Sith are stronger.
You kill each other.
If a Sith is proven to be weak, and if the time is right, the Force rewards the cunning and the mighty. Step up to the challenge if you dare, or turn tail and run.
But you serve the dark side of the Force, don't you?
It is the Jedi who serve the Force, trying to discern its wishes like frightened old men staring at the stars. The Force serves us. We shape it to our will. We are its master. The Jedi deny their darkness, but we revel in it. We allow it to fuel our strength.
But the dark side is evil, it corrupts.
Corruption is a word the pitiful use to describe the natural longing for power that they deny. Evil is a word trumpeted by the weak to ease their heart. It is true that the Force exacts a physical toll on some, but not a single one of them has ever regretted it. Anything else you hear is propaganda.
I see. About joining you.
You've heard enough, have you? So what is it to be? Are you here to be a Sith or not?
Yes, I want to join the Sith.
Ah, so you are just another hopeful after all. Or are you? There is something odd about you that I cannot place. Obviously, you are a Jedi. One who is very strong in the Force, it seems. So were you a part of the Order for very long? Did they train you?
Yes, but only very little.
As I thought. How interesting that they would let one with such power out of their grasp. Or are you here to spy on us? For all the good it would do. With that kind of power, you could become a great Sith. Perhaps, if I let you. Does that interest you?
Yes, it does. I wish to become a Sith.
Ah, good. Exactly the sort of answer I was hoping for. I will take you to the Academy, and we shall see if you are ready to join the ranks of the Sith. I have only one other question. These companions of yours, they will not be coming with you, I presume?
They're slaves. Don't worry about them.
My hearing's not so good. I'm just pleased my nice master doesn't beat me so much anymore. Yes, sir.
There's something odd about this servant of yours. No matter. Make sure they don't disturb your training or cause trouble. You are responsible for them. Now, are you ready to go to the Academy?
Yes, I am.
Then let us leave. The Master of the Academy awaits you.
I lied, by the way. I didn't do the persuade, I did the persuade/lie.
Greetings, prospective students. It appears we have a late entry. Who do you bring before me, Uthura? A young human bristling with the Force?
A human that has had some training, it seems, Master Uthar. Very promising, I think.
Promising? That one's not worthy to lick spit off your shoes, Master.
That I'll judge for myself, thank you. Tell me, human, what do you know of the ways of the Sith? What preconceptions has your mind been polluted with?
I know more about the Sith than you. I've just forgotten.
Indeed. Then perhaps you would care to demonstrate for us the powers of a Sith Master. No? Then perhaps you shall keep your foolishness to yourself and actually learn something. The Jedi equate the light with goodness and strength, and the dark with weakness and evil. That is their tradition, and it is truly no surprise that they cling to it for comfort. We, however, do not treat the Force as a burden. We treat it as a gift, a thing to be celebrated. We use it to acquire power over others. And why should we not? Because the Jedi say we should not. We are as the Force is meant to be. The Jedi would hide that from you. They would tell you the dark side is too quick, too easy, all so that they need never challenge the passions that lie within them. Joining with us means realizing your true potential. It means not stifling yourself solely for the sake of hidebound shamans and their antiquated notion of order. Be what you were meant to be. What say you, Lasho? Are you ready to learn the secrets of the dark side? Dare you?
I dare, Master Uthar. I am ready.
Brash and fiery, as expected. Turn that passion to your advantage, child. What of you, Mikkel? Are you ready?
I am, Master. More than ready.
I sense much anger within you, young one. That is good. That will provide you power. And Shardan, what of you?
I am always ready.
I see. You had best gather your wits for the trial ahead, boy, or you will not last. And you, young human, does this interest you? Are you ready to learn more of what I speak?
I am ready to learn more.
Are you? I can see into your heart, young human, and I see the dark kernel that is there. If it is ready to sprout, remains to be seen. Now then, all of you 5 recruits have shown a degree of facility with the Force. You all have the potential to become true Sith. Only one of you, however, will succeed. The one who succeeds will be admitted to the Academy as a full Sith. All others must wait until next year and try again. If you survive, my pupil, Euthura, shall be your teacher and master while you attempt to prove yourselves. Heed her words.
As Master Uthar said, none of you are true Sith yet. For that to occur, one of you must do enough of worth, gain enough prestige, to be selected. What is an act of worth? You must learn that for yourselves. Remember that you are competitors here. Fight for your destiny, or go home.
If you wish to gain a lead over your competitors, the first of you to learn the code of the Sith and tell me of it will be rewarded. The rest is for you to discover. Welcome to the dark side, my children. Your one chance at true greatness lies here.
I already know the Sith code, but I'm not gonna tell it to him just yet. I'm gonna explore the Academy first. What did I get? Sith pass card. Awesome. Footlocker. And here we have Dark Jedi Knight robes and queds, some med packs. Jolie, move it please. Thank you. Karth, we will find Dustil soon. Euthura Ban.
Ah, there you are. My favorite prospect for the year.
Your favorite prospect?
Absolutely. By my estimation, you are far more likely to achieve the prestige necessary to join the Sith than any of the others. As a matter of fact, I am so certain of that I'm willing to offer you an opportunity of the once-in-a-lifetime variety. Would you like to hear it?
Absolutely.
Good. I do so adore someone who's willing to take a chance. As I said, you're no doubt going to be the one whom Uthar chooses to become a Sith. With my help, of course. Once that occurs, he will take you into the Valley of the Dark Lords to the tomb of Naga Sado to administer the final test. There you and I will be alone with him. The perfect time to, shall we say, arrange for a change in the Academy's leadership.
What's so important about his tomb?
The tomb is an ancient ruin on the surface that was visited years ago by Darth Revan and Darth Malak. They discovered a star map there of great importance.
You don't say. Well, the Master loves tombs, don't you, Master?
Reaching that map, as they did, is part of the final test. At any rate, it is not the tomb that is important. That Uthar will be alone is what is important.
And what's your part in this?
My part in this is to help you gain enough prestige and slow down the progress of the other hopefuls. I want you in that tomb when the time is right. We destroy Master Uthar together and I take his place. And you take your place at my side. A beautiful plan in its sheer simplicity.
Yeah, only one problem. I need to go to the bathroom. Okay, so, how do I know this isn't some test?
You must not know much about the Sith yet. If Uthar were even to suspect that I might be trying to supplant him, true or not, well, let's just say he wouldn't likely stop to ask too many questions before ensuring I was dealt with.
You want me to kill Master Uthar?
Is that such a daunting prospect? It is not as if I am asking you to perform the task alone, or as if you will get nothing out of it. Master Uthar cannot prevail against us both. That's all there is to it. It is a very simple matter.
Pupil against master. Sounds familiar.
And so it should. It is central to our beliefs. It is my responsibility to replace my master when I am strong enough.
Very well. I agree.
I'm so glad you see it my way. I will begin to make preparations for your final test. Your only worry now is to get there. Don't disappoint me.
How do I get more prestige?
You must impress Master Uthar. Go to him with news of your deeds, or artifacts you have discovered. The first and easiest way would be for you to learn the code of the Sith and speak it to him. I can teach you that, if you like. Shall I go on?
Can you tell me the code of the Sith?
I can help you understand it. Would you like to hear it? Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. The Force shall free me. Simple words
shall set me
get
free.
Easily misunderstood. Would you care for me to explain anything?
Peace is a lie, there is only passion?
The Jedi would have you believe that peace is a desirable goal. That peace of the spirit is the way the Force is mastered. That a lack of conflict betters man. We know different. It is our passion, our hate, and our desire that fuels the Force. It is conflict that improves the lot of civilization and single being both. Conflict forces one to better oneself. It forces change, growth, adaptation, evolution, or death. These are not our laws, but the universe's. Without conflict, you have only stagnation.
Karl Marx would agree. Through passion I gain strength.
What fuels your power with the Force but your passion? The stronger, darker emotions. Anger, hatred, fear. These passions empower us.
What about love?
Love is more dangerous than all those things. Love leads to anger and hatred more often than not. But it also leads to mercy, which is far worse. That, however, is a lesson for another time.
The Jedi say the opposite. How can both be right?
The Force gives us all power, even the Jedi. It is our mastery of our passion that gives us the strength they lack.
They seem like awfully negative passions.
Negative? Compared to what? What keeps even the most rudimentary creature alive? Fear to run, anger to fight. Without it, a creature would most surely die.
Are you saying we aren't anything more than a rudimentary creature?
We are far more than them, perhaps. But in some ways, we are little different. To think us creatures beyond the need of simple passions is a delusion.
I see.
It is our goal to be stronger, to achieve our potential and not rest upon our laurels. We are the seekers, not the shepherds.
Through strength I gain power?
The stronger you become in the Force, the more power you will achieve. But always must you fight for your power. Without strife, your victory has no meaning. Without strife, you do not advance. Without strife, there is only stagnation.
Through power I gain victory?
How many sorts of victories can you imagine? Peaceful victory, victory by sacrifice, a truce, an achievement. Unless the victory is achieved by demonstrating that your power is superior, it is only an illusion, temporary at best. We seek more.
Through victory, my chains are broken.
This has been argued over, and often. The chains represent our restrictions, both those placed upon us and those we place upon ourselves. Ultimately, the goal of any Sith is to free herself from such restrictions. In a way, it is so we may do whatever we wish, but it is much more than that. One who has freed themselves from all restrictions has reached perfection, their potential fulfilled. Perfect strength, perfect power, perfect destiny. Imagine it. That is our ideal, at any rate. It is said in Sith legend that the Sithari, the perfect being, will one day lead us. But perhaps that is just a legend.
You don't think the Sithari can exist?
I wonder what that being would be like. The legends say the Sithari will destroy us and make us stronger than ever. But perhaps that is just a legend. Perfection is a goal, I think, rather than a state of being. The Jedi would argue that, no doubt.
The Force shall free me?
The Force is our servant and our master, our teacher and our companion, a weapon and a tool. Know it, and you know the universe. Master it, and you master the universe. Strive for perfection, and the Force shall reward you.
That's it. I think I got it.
I am not surprised. The Force is strong with you. Master it, and it shall serve you well.
I want to ask more. I want about these ruins on the surface.
I have been involved in the work there over the last couple of years, but not often. Most of the excavating is left to the students. What did you wish to know?
Why are the Sith so interested in these ruins?
We could learn much about the history of the ancient Sith. Why they were on Korriban and why they left. Perhaps we could learn more about the origin of the Force itself. With that knowledge could come great power.
Is there any way into the tomb of Nagasato?
Not unless you are accompanied by Master Uthar, no. It is strictly forbidden. And I truly doubt you could bypass the doors to the tomb with anything less than ship blasters. Even then, perhaps.
There's no other way inside.
None. I do not even know how Master Uthar gains entrance, to tell the truth. Though I look forward to discovering that fact. I have searched many times, so do not bother. There is no other way. Do not fret, however. Simply get the prestige you need, and you will see the tomb soon enough.
I've heard enough.
As you wish.
Do you know anything about Darth Revan?
Revan? You mean Darth Malak's former master?
That's the one.
Very little. I never met him personally, though I heard he was a very powerful man. Very charismatic. In the end, Revan was outshone by his pupil. Such is the way of the Sith. Why? Is this dead man of importance to you?
So you wouldn't recognize Revan if the two of you met?
Is there any reason I should? Beside the fact I did not know Revan in life. Revan was known for wearing a full helmet and cape. Perhaps Revan's body had been disfigured by the power of the Force. It is not unheard of. Regardless, I doubt I shall be meeting Revan anytime soon.
Do you think it's possible Revan might be alive?
Anything is possible. Uthar's former master still lives, though he is in no condition to challenge his former pupil for leadership. Perhaps the same is true for Revan. Perhaps Revan is out there, somewhere, waiting to take revenge upon Malak. More likely, what we were told is the truth. Revan is dead. Malak would be foolish to leave his old master alive, considering all the knowledge Revan held.
You mentioned Revan came here before.
Both Revan and Malak came to Korriban when they discovered the tomb of Nagasato. That was before my time.
That's all I have to ask.
Fair enough.
Tell me about yourself.
About myself? I am originally from Sleheyron, if you must know. I was a slave to a cruel master, Omish the Hutt. I'm sure you don't need to know more.
Actually, let's see how to get
you
my
must
prestige, blah, blah, blah.
There are we are certain if you were to locate them and carry out
totally
Uthar's order,
lost.
I am sure he would be most appreciative. Shall I go on?
Yes, go on.
I would suggest you talk to the other prospective Sith, and find one you can gain an advantage with. I believe Lasho would be an excellent choice. She is too trusting. I have little doubt you could talk her into letting you help her somehow. Just make sure it is you who gains the advantage, not her. Be ruthless if you must. That is the only thing that will impress Uthar. The only other idea I can suggest to you is that you head into the Valley of the Dark Lords on the surface. There are ancient ruins there which can be explored. It's possible you might find some artifacts or information in them which would please Uthar. It's difficult to say for certain.
You mentioned you were from Sleheyron.
I did. I also said that you didn't need to know more. Why are you asking?
I would just like to know more about you, that's all.
I see. Very well. I suppose there's no harm in the tale. As I said, I was originally a slave to one of the Hutts. The Hutts control everything on Sleheyron, and a slave is nothing to them. I was determined not to be nothing. One night when the drunken worm had me alone in his chambers, I stabbed him and escaped the compound. I stole onto a cargo ship and was not discovered by the crew until they reached the next system. They left me for dead on a desolate planetoid, alone. But that was fine by me. I was glad to be anywhere other than Sleheyron. It was not luck that I was eventually rescued, of course. The Force was strong with me, though I didn't know that at the time. Not until the Jedi told me, that is.
The Jedi found you. What happened?
I'd rather not discuss it. Perhaps another time. Is there something else you needed?
How do I get more prestige?
You must impress Master Uthar. Go to him with news of your deeds, or artifacts you have discovered. The Code of the Sith is the easiest way to start. I have told you all that you need to know of it already. The rebel students I told you about must still be found and dealt with. Master Uthar would be greatly impressed by their deaths, I am sure. I still think that approaching Lasho would be your best move. The only other idea I can... It's possible you might find...
Okay, how did you become a Sith?
I would prefer not to discuss that.
I'd really like to hear the tale.
Why? There is no point. Have I asked you about your past?
I just thought we could become friends, or maybe something more.
I see. You certainly have odd notions for one hoping to become a Sith. I'll play along, for now. Let's see. After escaping from Slehran, I was found by the Jedi. They took me in and trained me, even though I was a bit older than most Padawan.
You were a Jedi?
Not really, no. I never progressed beyond Padawan. I had discipline, but no peace. And after my treatment at the hands of the Hutts, there was little room in me for the ways of the Jedi.
You sound very much like someone I used to know.
Yes, well, I imagine I am not unique. Things very easily could have been very different for me. I wanted to use the Force to free the other slaves I knew, to fight for what I knew was right. The Jedi restrained me until I couldn't stand it anymore. They claim the dark side is evil, but that isn't so. Sometimes anger and hatred are so deserved and right. Sometimes things change because of it.
But has anything changed?
No, not yet. But my anger has not diminished, nor my desire to see change. The more time I spend with the Sith, the more I am certain that one day I will be able to fight as I must. I know this may sound strange, but only my compassion stands in my way now. Once that is gone, let the slavers beware.
But, if you lose your compassion, will you still care about those slaves?
Yes, of course. I mean losing my compassion, as in holding back. But enough of that. I have talked about myself too much. Surely you are tired of it.
No, not really. Have the game prestige, blah 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 blah. Okay, so she's done. I'll be going.
Come back soon, my friend.
Wait, we are friends? I wasn't expecting that. I don't remember ever doing that, in fact. Okay, I'm very impressed by myself. Okay, so let's go with computer use and repair. I have 1 feat, which I have no idea where I will spend it, because, really, I have all the useful feats already. Let's go with proficiency blaster cannons, why not? Just in case I ever need it. Powers, I have 1. Force wave, of course. Accept.